So far, we've learned about the dance and theater classes available to children in pre-K through grade 12 at the IPFW Community Arts Academy. Next, we'll hear about the art and music programs that are offered year-round. The CAA offers Saturday studio painting and drawing classes designed specifically for serious high school art students who would like to experience a college classroom, but it also offers a variety of art classes for younger students who want to expand their creative horizons. Also, private music instruction in voice, piano, violin, and much more is offered for children and adults in a one-on-one setting with IPFW faculty members and professional musicians. I'm pleased to welcome Morgan McClarnon, one of the CAA art teachers, and Dr. Hamilton Tescarollo, one of several piano instructors, to Arts Weekly to talk about their programs. I'm so glad you're here. Morgan, let's start with you. You're one of our newest and youngest instructors at CAA. Tell me about where you are at IPFW and your interest in teaching art.
Yes, I am a senior at IPFW and I'm starting art education to be an art teacher. So my degree will be K through 12 and my focus is painting and ceramics.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know you've shared that with some kids at CAA. How long have you been at CAA now?
I've been there for almost a year now.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
And what kinds of classes do you teach?
I teach a two-dimensional and three-dimensional art. In the two-dimensional course, we just focus on drawing and painting. In the three-dimensional course, we do ceramics, paper mache, and other three-dimensional projects.
So in the 2D class, let's talk for a minute about that. What do you do in terms of the different materials? Are all the materials supplied in the classroom?
All of the materials are supplied throughout all the courses that we offer.
And so they're going to get their fingers dirty and sometimes their shirts dirty.
Yeah. The only thing I suggest is that they bring a paint schmuck. That's about it.
What are you working with different kinds of paints and different?
Yes.
What sorts of projects do they do?
Some projects sometimes we focus on an artist and we'll look at their work and then the students will interpret their work in their own way. So we'll do acrylic paint, watercolor, and eventually I'd like to try oil paint for some older classes, but we'll wait for that.
And then so the 2D classes are flat projects. Is
Correct.
that a good way
Yes.
of looking at it? And then the 3D, then I'm
Yep.
assuming they're going to stand
Three-dimensional
up.
as volume. Yep.
So what does that? What kind of projects are those?
For the three-dimensional course, we did a ceramics piece. So we did a free piece, so they would let the children choose what they wanted to do. And then we also did a vessel, so they learned how to make coil and slab pots. That was one of their favorites. And also a benefit for the CAA is that since it's such small classes, I got to actually take the students into the kiln room and see the kiln, and they thought it was awesome.
Well,
so,
yeah, that's not something that you get to see every day.
Exactly.
People don't have those
and
in
how
their,
that works.
in their homes.
And, yeah.
So what are the age ranges of the classes that you teach?
For the younger age group, it's K through 3, and the older age group is 4 through 8.
Okay, and so those kids are in the classes together and just kind of working at their own level.
Yeah, and they work really well together. It's a great blend.
So how do you determine what you're going to teach? I mean, you know, some of your art education major work must be, you know, be put into action here.
Yeah, of course. Well, actually on the first day, I actually go around and talk to the students and see what they like. And then so I kind of base it off that because I want to make sure they really get the most out of this program. So I let the students decide, and then I kind of put my spin on things, and so it works out.
They have a lot of fun in there, I am sure.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do these kids need to have any experience, or what if they already have some art experience?
The more the better, but if they have no experience, that's fine too.
They're going to learn all about those
They're going to learn
materials.
a lot. So.
And I think, I bet they're kids who have taken the class more than once.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so the projects, are they always new then with each session?
Yes, I do different projects for each session because I have had a student that has taken the same class 4 times. So.
Oh, well, they must love you
Yeah.
as a teacher.
Yes, he does.
And the classes are offered, you know, year-round, but are they
Correct.
Saturdays then?
Yes,
during
every
school?
Saturday. So it's 6 weeks, so it's 6 Saturdays for the during the school year classes, and then we are offering summer classes also.
And when do the summer classes start? They
The
start
summer
pretty soon?
classes are the first or the second week in June, the first week or full week in June, and then we have the second week in July and second week in August.
So tell me what you're going to do in these classes.
Oh, these are going to be really fun. The first class is called Tie-Dye Fun, and it's just like a fiber arts class. So we'll do batik, screen printing, and tie-dye.
So it's kind of like summer camp.
Yes.
You know, that fun part
Right,
that I
yeah.
always liked.
Yes.
That's great. And then did you say there was a drawing class
Yes,
too?
and then there's also a drawing and painting course, and this is going to be a little more advanced. We're Professor Rayhoff, who's a professor at IPFW, is actually going to help out a little bit and help some of the students. So
well,
that'll
that'll be good to have some extra assistance
Yes.
there. Well, that is going to be wonderful for those kids, so they can call and start signing up for these
Sign
right
up.
away. Now, I know you teach the younger programs, but I think there's some kids, older kids
Yes.
have a few programs as well. Do you know
Correct.
what those are?
I do know that there's a metalsmithing,
Metalsmithing.
Mongo, and I don't
I
believe
think there's a drawing class
yes,
for older
another
kids
drawing
as
class,
well.
and yeah, that professor is Professor Gans, and I've had him personally, and he is awesome.
Okay.
So,
well, it looks like there's an
Yes.
awful lot of art.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Tescarollo, let's try, or not try, we'll definitely talk about, we have so much music that's going on at IPFW year-round. It's just, it's fascinating to me. Tell me about the Gene Marcus Piano Competition and Camp. I know that's coming up right now.
Right. It's we are very excited to offer this program. First time last year. So this year is the second time. Jean Marcus was a lifelong piano teacher in our area here, and she left an endowment to start a piano camp and a piano competition in our area to a PFW specifically. And so we're thrilled to be able to offer this to students in our area. She felt that there were not enough opportunities for students in our area to go to such events, and so the competition, for instance, is for students that live within a 100-mile radius of our area. The camp is actually open to any students from anywhere, but most of the students are from our area. This will be June 9th through 14th. Actually, the competition has preliminary round, which is happening already this weekend. This coming
so that's
weekend.
coming up,
So that's
and
coming up.
we're looking forward to the camp. So at the camp, what will these students do that's different than just weekly lessons?
Right. Well, it's really a variety of sessions that they will have. They will, of course, have the individual lessons with the camp instructors, who are IPFW faculty primarily. But they will also have the opportunity to be in a master class with Caio Pagano, who is a distinguished professor of piano at Arizona State. So he's our guest artist for this year's camp and competition.
Tell me what goes on in a master class. What does that mean?
Right. A master class basically is working with the student in a public setting. It's like a lesson in some ways, in the sense that the teacher will work with the student and improving the playing and so on, but the teacher will also be giving general concepts that everybody that's in the audience can benefit from, and so it's more general, and typically a student will be already playing a piece that is more polished, that is almost ready for performance, and so it starts with the performance, actually, of the student, and then with the comments of the teacher.
So they get some exposure to playing for
That's
other people, and not just mom and dad at home.
Right. So so part of the camp experience is performing. The students will perform in a recital at the end of the camp. They will be performing for master classes and other group sessions that we have with the faculty. And they will also be exposed to performances. So Dr. Pagano will be giving a recital. There will be other young artists. We call the emerging artist recitals. There will be other evenings that have recitals by young pianists.
So they'll really be immersed in all sorts of piano, from anything that they can imagine.
So the idea is being inspired and also having contact with other young pianists that, people that are doing the same as they are doing, that they might not have contact with throughout the year. So.
Well, and IPFW offers a lot of other music instruction as well. I mean, we have mostly piano students, but we're teaching a lot
Pretty
over
much
at IPFW.
A lot of instruments. In fact, we can offer instruction in all the instruments and voice, but we have, for instance, currently cello, violin, viola, guitar, voice for students that are 13 and over, French horn, etc., etc.
Well, I know
trumpet,
we've got some percussion going on. We've got a little video clip that I want to make sure we see, because there's a little boy who's taking percussion instruction from Brad Crossland. So if we could see that little snippet of a class.
1 and 2, 3 and 4.
I think piano classes are probably are a little bit different than that, but I think it shows a nice little snippet of a young musician is learning one-on-one
Right, sure.
with the instructor. And you know, the variety of classes that the Community Arts Academy offers is wide.
Right.
So that's
pretty much from very young age,
Right.
sometimes 3 years old, or in
I
the case of
think
Suzuki piano, for instance, where
Right.
they start learning before they can read,
well.
essentially, and through pre-college, all ages, and also even for adults. So.
Well, and even in the piano competition coming up this weekend, one of the divisions is very young students.
Right.
What are they,
right.
9 and under?
9 and under, so it's 4 divisions for the competition, 9 and under, and then through 18.
So what's the age of the youngest competitor? In
Oh,
that?
I think this year it's probably 6 years old, so very, very young. Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's wonderful to see their accomplishments. Well, thank you both so
Thank
much
you so
for
much.
being here
Thank you.
today. I'm Melinda Haynes with the IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts. Please join me next time on Arts Weekly when we'll meet guests who are full of suggestions for what to do this summer. Greg Mendez from the Decatur Sculpture Tour and Al Mall from the Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation's Follinger Theater will be here to talk about what's on tap for warm weather, family-friendly fun. For up-to-the-minute arts updates, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and be sure to join us here live Thursday evenings at 7:30 on PBS 39. Thank you for watching.
The preceding program on PBS 39 was made possible in part by
Excellence lives here in northeastern Indiana. It's reflected in more than 200 nationally recognized degrees. It drives our Division I sports. It's alive in our campus life. Excellence has a name, IPFW. Around our campus, around the country, around the world. Excellence lives here. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.